And then? What jive, baby? Ha! Ukhipha izede. Uzolanda mina. Ah, mara nawe baby.
Niki baleka! Ligeza liphandele baleka!
Mama, akwemenyana.
Hello everyone, welcome back to ASR, African Stories Realized. This is our weekly review of Adulting Season 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Episode 5 picks up with Mpho waking up in a panic after spending the night with Palesa. He gets home and finds that his wife is already on her way out for a radio interview where she shares the couple's story. Meanwhile, Bonga and his father lock horns over his cancer treatment. His father insists that traditional medicine will save him, whereas Bonga's trying to get him help from the best doctors money can buy. The doctors that Bonga takes his father to recommend an operation and chemotherapy to help fight the cancer, but Bonga's father refuses. An unbothered Bonga then confides in the gents about his father's reluctance to have the operation. Mpho encourages Bonga to support his father, and all the gents agree that Bonga is more like his father than he wants to admit. The group then roasted and embarrassed Mpho about his wife's radio interview, even going as far as calling her Jada. However, an embarrassed Mpho confronted Zitulele when he got home, even though he had already hooked up with Palesa again in this episode. Just as things seem to be getting better between Mpho and his wife, she again raises the possibility of them trying for another child. In an effort to lure Mpho away from his family, Palesa lied about their daughter being sick, forcing a concerned Mpho to immediately rush over to her place, but he quickly got over the lie and they hooked up again. Meanwhile, Eric and Minky's make up, but his mom still doesn't approve, reminding Eric that he still has a daughter to look out for. But Eric insists Minky's makes him happy. However, it doesn't take long before the toxic couple are at it again, with Minky picking a fight with a girl she felt Eric was flirting with. An angry Minky then went to argue with Eric before taking her things and leaving. Meanwhile, Zelda makes Vuyani feel guilty for failing to pay for her girl's trip, even claiming that her boss had offered to cover the trip. However, this leads to an argument between the two, with Zelda shutting Vuyani down after he suggested her boss wants her. At the gym Vuyani works, he meets a new client interested in his private sessions, and after cashing out, he splashed $50,000 on a new handbag for Zelda and promised her that she will be on the next trip to Zanzibar. He finds common ground with his father, whose condition worsens throughout the episode. The old man ultimately passed out after an emotional moment with his son, where he finally agreed to do the operation. A concerned Bandile rushed his father to the hospital, where they immediately began operating. The gents arrived at the hospital to support Bonga, but tensions rose when they started roasting Vuyani about the $50,000 purse he bought for Zelda, accusing him of sleeping with women at the gym for money. An embarrassed Vuyani denied it, but Bonga was adamant, revealing to the group that Vuyani recently came to him for a 50,000 Rand loan. Vuyani wasn't happy with that, and to everyone's surprise, told Bonga to stay out of his business and focus on his dying father. After killing the mood, Vuyani was forced to leave, with Eric also making an exit when they started roasting him about Minky's, who he was visibly missing. Eric made his way to Minky's home where she lives with her mother and demanded to see her. Minky's family denied knowing her and asked Eric to leave, but he wasn't taking no for an answer. Eric pulled out his gun and once again demanded to see Diminkis. Just as Eric was about to break the door, Diminkis returns home and is excited to see Tiki Tiki carrying a gun, despite her mother telling her to run. In an unexpected twist, the episode ends with Eric breaking up with Minky upon realizing that his mother was right about his relationship sending him down a dark path he won't be able to come back from. What a solid episode to kick off the new year, and maybe even the best directed this season. I don't think I've ever heard the gents roast each other as much as they did in this episode. The Jada and Will jokes were legendary. Bonga's dad has been a great addition, especially for Bonga's character development. I like how the show raised the moral dilemma of modern medicine versus traditional medicine. Bonga's father was playing both sides, which may have accelerated his illness. The double standard with Mpho is mind-blowing, but for some reason, I don't trust Balissa. I'll be back next week with another review, and I wish you all the best for the new year. This is ASR, for the love of African filmmaking and storytelling.